Another day, another project once again. This one's actually really cool. So I haven't done fiberglass work in a while, and I have this 280 right here. This gentleman bought this bumper some while ago, but it is for a wide body, and this car isn't a wide body, but it is going in for a respray. So I'm gonna cut the bumper in half, shorten it, fiberglass it back together, make it work on a standard vehicle. I'm going to be working with this one car that's just sitting as a mock-up. So I'll be working with that 240 right there. It's just getting prepped so that I can do some work on it and use that bumper to mock up on there. So this one should be pretty fun. So I probably spent more time taking this thing apart so that I can work on it, but now I'm getting the bumper, well, it's too wide, but I'm going to chop it down the middle and then start mocking it up, build a frame for it so I get fiberglass on the inside, and then yeah, just a lot of meticulous handy fiberglass work. The guy doesn't quite like it the way it is, which is fine. I can do whatever, but started doing my little plastic surgery lines. So he wants this bumper to be way more forward. So right now it's there and the bumper goes all the way around and it's just gonna be completely hidden in. So I'm gonna have to do some chopping, chop that little section off, and then I have to pull this forward, made him a little bit wider because that's just too narrow in the center, and then build off the arch, try to find a way to round it quite a bit wider in the front, and then lots of fiberglass. So an update on my 280Z project. I'm glassing that front bit that I was talking about yesterday, but I do have the original bumper here. So I'm taping around the corners over here because I do want all of this mounting stuff, even though not entirely going to be utilized. I do want all of this bracketry, so I'm just taping it off so I can use it as a mold and have the fiberglass pieces that I can mold into the grill section and then work around to do all the body work around it. So I popped this bit out of the mold, well, the spoiler right there. But the idea is that I want all of this bracketry. Obviously it's rough because it needs quite a few more layers of fiberglass, but at least just for impression's sake, I did cut it out, and I also remated this bit right here. Did a bunch of glassing on the back side and filling, making it look seamless. But anyway, this bit right here will mount up under the headlights. That curve right there is pretty terrible, but I will fix it in accordance to the fiberglass work. But essentially I have to make these two blend together, and I'm not going to be able to do it here because I'm going to mount this piece right here onto the car, as well as the other side over here that I'm prepping for mold. And yeah, as soon as I have that other piece, I'll go to the car, I'll mount those pieces up right there, put the grill where I would like it, and then maybe do like a metal, like get some pieces of tin and just attach it all together exactly where I want it to be. Pop that piece off and then just lay layers and layers of fiberglass until this thing is pretty much one unit. So when it picks up, what the fuck is wrong with me? So I went up and picked up some cloth because I just don't like using mat. The woven stuff is a lot easier to move around, especially with all these contours. As you can see, I'm not even doing the entirety of it, but I really just need this lip edge, this bumper lip edge, and some of that flare right there so that I can mate it up correctly with this piece. Just showing you guys a little update on this bumper. Shit's dusty as fuck, but this is kind of the shape that I worked out for these side bits here. Just using some Bondo glass to fill in the area, and probably even work itself as a core for the actual fiberglass too. So obviously like fiberglass and stuff on the back side of these things, and a little bit of like just rough stuff that I was using to keep this thing intact. But you can kind of see where the expanding foam is in there. As soon as I put glass freshly over all of this front section, after I'm done making the final shape and smoothing, then I'm going to put layers and layers of glass, and I'm just going to cut out all of this stuff on the inside because I don't want that. I'm just trying to keep it one piece. So I just got back to this thing, test fitting the bumper, just to see if the guy likes it the way it is now. I think it looks pretty sick. I was a little bit concerned about, especially with this bumper going back on, how far it'll protrude past the bumper. It's not quite as far forward as maybe like whatever the factory look you wanted to look with that bumper was. But again, this thing has to be custom, super custom, so I'm just gonna go back and forth and see what he thinks. But let me show you. So the owner is super stoked with it, and so now let's do some beauty shots. Obviously this car is junk, so it's not gonna look beautiful on here, but then I'll show you which car this is going on. This 280 right here. So this thing will be painted all charcoal. So once the bumper's fitted up in there and he wants to kind of do like a fog light with that other one over there, this thing should look pretty cool. Alright, I'm sick of shit today, but I'm still chugging along, working continually on this bumper. So I hollowed out the inside of it, and now I'm putting in glass. I'm just putting in fiberglass mat. Now that it's all hollowed in, I'm just basically finalizing that. The rest of the work will be body work on the other side, which already looks close to done. There's the other side. I'll just kind of pan around it a little bit. All the mounting stuff lined up great. So once it's on the car, you can obviously already did all that body work in there. Hard to tell what's going on in here, but there you have it. Alright, I'm sick of shit today. It's probably not a good idea to be working with fiberglass. Look, I even have dust in my eyelashes. Anyway, there's the bumper. I hollowed it out on the inside, and then I pretty much wrapped up what was going on the outside. So we don't want all that extra material and foam and shit, so now that I get the shape, I hollowed it out this morning. The other side obviously looks great. It just needs body work at the end of it. Once this glass is all dried up, I think it should be strong enough to be a bumper and then not stress about it. Alright, so check this out. Here's the 280. I think this one's a 280. Well, the bumper is going to go on to a 280. But I want to show you how it looks on the car, because I did a ton of work for it. Still a lot of stuff to do with fiberglass, especially when it comes to wrapping up this entire shape. But I'm super pleased with this. It looks super aggressive. Guy loves it. It sticks out exactly how he likes it. The bumper's going to be right in front of it, obviously, so it's going to cover up any of that like space. But man, it looks so aggressive. I love it. Oops, not my face. So once I wrap it up, It's going to get on the car, it's going to get painted, and it should look sick.